And when the city is dealing with someone,
That's our report for tonight. Thank you for joining us. We'll all be back next week, and I'll be black. We'll all be back, though. It's not my night.
They tell me by showtime the temperature will be down to 95, and plus they've got the ice on the stage and the fans behind them, so they're going to be blowing the symphony players and keeping them cool. Cheryl?
Cindy, Marilyn McCoo is the performer tonight, right?
Yes, Marilyn McCoo. The crowd seems to be excited about her.
Jim joins us now with weather and something new.
Gonna have to get out your pencil and add a new star to your maps.
Oh?
A new moon discovered by Voyager 2 around Uranus. This is the 6th moon of the 3rd largest planet, and discovered by Voyager 2. They named it 1985 U1. I know it breaks you up.
It does.
I think you got emotional over moons. Pretty moon out there today. You can check that out. Barometric pressure right now is at 30.65 inches of mercury. Mississippi River stage is at 6.1. That's down 0.3 of a foot in the last 24 hours. Today's high temperature, 37 degrees. Why is everybody likes the new moon? Low temperature of 19 degrees. Take it easy, Claude. We're looking at partly cloudy skies and warmer temperatures. All these people around here excited about the new moon. High of 44. Mostly fair Sunday and Monday. Highs will be warming from the 40s to the 50s. Lows will be mainly in the 30s.
Okay, Jim.
You like that moon?
Yes, we did.
Action 5 News XX. Well, that's sex.
No, how am I going to get a countdown?
Yeah, you need a count.
Sure. I mean, it's 42 seconds. Want me to guess when it's over? I mean, we go through this. Bill, we go through this every week, and this is the last week I'm going to go through this. I mean, if somebody's assigned on this show as a stage manager, then somebody can be here. Every week is the same story. I don't mind it once or twice, but that's enough. I mean, I gotta have a countdown. It's 42 seconds. Can I have a rehearsal? I don't know what else to do here. I mean, I'll rehearse, and can somebody tell me how close it came to 42 seconds, if it's in the ballpark?
Go ahead, Jessica. We'll time it. Let's see.
3, 2, 1.
Jessica?
What?
This is going to have a local feed on it. When your picture comes up on it, you'll be on the air.
That's not acceptable. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to be looking over here. No, I'm not. What am I going to do? It's going to tell me when I notice something else comes up, I'll notice I'm off the air, whether I finished or not? I'm sorry. Let's get a stage manager in here. I don't care where you find one. Get one out of another studio. I'm not going to wait until this is prime time television here, folks. Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
Doug, you're going to have to get in here earlier than this.
The cost increase that could be passed on to consumers is a 6.8% tariff imposed today by Canadian fish by the Commerce Department. Liz?
In business news today. In business news today, stock investors were out looking for bargains, and that drove the prices up. The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed 1549.20.
Darn Canadian fish.
the Bears will score first, but the Patriots will win. And I know that Monday... Now, wait a minute. Good grief. This is my first prediction, and I'm going to win it, hopefully.
You're going to stick by it.
Yeah, well, I don't want the Bears to win, but if they do, they probably will. But if they do, then that'll be the score. If the Patriots win, then they will.
The man is listed in serious condition. No, he's not. He's listed in fair condition. We really don't know what the hell we're talking about. Please turn over to the CBC. Thank you.
Leisure suit, if I can say it. Leisure suit.
Leisure suit.
Leisure suit. I can't even say it. How can I read the story?
Well, tomorrow is your last chance to register to vote in the presidential elections, November 8th. Registration closes at 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Until that time, you can register at any public library, the Board of Elections, any post office, and at some fast food restaurants. You can't vote if you're not registered.
The president also is expected to discuss his agenda for the remaining 17 months of his presidency. It'll be interesting. The speech will be broadcast live tonight at 7 on ABC and Channel 13.
Take your mic and cue.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us.
Stand by.
In the news
video.
tonight, President
Super off
Reagan
the
swung
top.
his campaign machine through Reno today.
With U.S. Senate candidate Jim Santini anywhere from 6 to 13 points behind in the polls, Republicans are counting on the president to give them a victory.
Well, we begin our comprehensive coverage of President Reagan's visit with a report from Bruce Lachance.
Take video.
News Center 8 Sandy Lesko is standing by live at the Yorktown Cinema, where Rocky is drawing pretty good crowds. Sandy?
Tim and Denise, this theater is definitely full tonight. Even though many people are at home preparing for tomorrow's feast, Rocky IV is drawing them in. Now, traditionally, summertime and the Christmas season are the biggest money makers at the box office. But this past summer was a big disappointment in box office revenues. But local theater owners are hoping that movies like Rocky IV will give them a much-needed boost.
Obviously, that young man behind you was very excited about the new Rocky movie.
It's 8:25, and this is Eyewitness News. Good morning. I'm Denise Wassing. Carol Looper is off today. Some good news. Carol Looper is off today. We have rainstorms Some overnight rainstorms may mean a change in the weather. Bob Grossi will have that in a moment.
Frank Ferboni, Channel 12 News, Winston-Salem.
What was that noise?
I know, it sounded like a foghorn.
Well, they did come to life. He said it, and they did it.
Did they make those kind of noises back then, you suppose? Those dinosaurs make
well,
those?
You would know better than I don't know. I come nowhere close to being around it. You know I don't know.
I'm not that old.
Okay, nope, not prehistoric. All right. Well, anyway, it's that time again.
That time, right?
That time.
Okay.
Roy Neal is in Houston with this late report.
Jack Lousma's first report came this morning, and as the astronauts woke up, they found that flight planners had changed days, putting the actions originally planned for tomorrow into today's schedule instead. Yesterday's schedule was a lot harder than expected.
Well, that's live television for you.
Cat owners in the Garden State are going to have to get their felines immunized against rabies.
And with a look at how things are going this year, Money reporter Don Dunwell is live at Shillator Reich's downtown store. Don? Go, Don.
Stand by.
Go, Don. Well, apparently we're having some audio trouble. Don, can you hear me at all? All right, Don, can you hear me now? Apparently not.
Okay.
All right.
Well, students, basically, and...
In Mason, Ohio, there's fear tonight that
Don?
this Christmas may be the last one some residents
Don?
have jobs for. Jeff Hirsch tells us why
Don,
and what's
can you
being
hear me
done to
at all?
prevent that.
This rusty pair of railroad tracks may not look like much to you, but
Don?
to industries in Mason, it's a lifeline.
Oh,
But
Don?
soon that lifeline may be cut.
And that is our 6 o'clock report. Thank you for watching.
NBC Nightly News is next. Enjoy your evening.
The man who won the Nobel Prize for Economics said today he doesn't have the vaguest idea what happened to the stock market.
Good news on that.
What are you laughing at?
We don't have the biggest idea what happened on the stock market. That was funny.
Now from Washington, Sandra Van Oker.
Good evening.
Coming up
next. Excuse me.
Coming up next. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll go. Coming up next.
I guess, are the Reds upset about the herpes?
Concern is the only word you can really... did you say herpes?
I meant
hepatitis.
hepatitis,
They might be...
excuse me.
Holy cow, Norma, you brought up a whole new can of worms. Anyway.
Chris, can you straighten me out? Is this a change of course for President Reagan?
This is being regarded today as a major concession on the part of the president and an indication that he obviously had to... What happened?
Boy, the NBC...
Can we start again?
NBC signed fellow. All right, here we...
All right, I'm sorry.
Oh, God, it fell right off the wall. Okay.
Here's Dom Taveri with sports. You like these threads? We kind of match a little bit. You know what my problem is? I'm a guy trying to live in a fast lane with a Kmart charge card. It just doesn't make it. Just doesn't make it.
This is the Department of Transportation airbag demonstration car. If I were traveling, say, at about 25 to 30 miles an hour and hit a parked car, this is what would happen.
This is NBC News Digest, sponsored by Bud Light. Here is Jennifer McLogan, NBC News.
With his hair.
There is a lady in Stillwater, Oklahoma, who is celebrating her 100th birthday. That's not her.
And what to do, or what do a man with a funny tattoo, and a woman named Buttons have in common? The answer a little later.
Is on his way back to Columbus tonight. Mark Huffman has been picked up by federal marshals in Australia, and he should be arriving at Port Columbus sometime in the next day or two.
No word yet. Commander Frederick, how... Okay.
What do we have in the weather?
Sunshine.
Okay, we have sunshine in the weather, and that's about to change a little bit. We're going to cloud... We're going to cloud over later on today. Tammy Christopher making a little premature appearance.
We'll be back. I'm sorry. Good night.
Have a nice night. We'll see you tomorrow.